Pramo ato abusan fremo mu nyina aha UTV so enie omayimu ene amakodo so nsam ayensa kane aboabo no eno na edu so ayede ebramo efi Abeka Junction ewo enkrakopon mu na this way chocolate drink osudo hia ene enso special ice nsuo mu ode ene mu eye krogin ena afa special drinks anuso mu gwagodo do pe bia no wombenya bi ede amount sa enyumako ene aboafo enkaye na akampom asoasene ayede awie pram to beka sebo no ebramo so ena DSTV channel 360 kasebo no ye twa eguso na de bedi emu akotini bi enie Nana Adedankwa Ekufo Addo Ghana mampanyi akasa ede atudwa se enche enema beye ewo omeji emu Krobia Asante Kotokohene otumfo woze etu otosumienu akasa de atudwa se ensa no djuma adusua eyade bia wo sa aba ne ma wani koso ye paisanse enne betumi aboa ama emabuna na graduate fo a wo mu we school na so nya adwuma enye no wododo no ano betumi abrase Sanso ena jusak for ede atudwa se etuate a wonom atie no enya de a eja wonom ebejai omuntwa so kopim bra womo adesrede anomade hiade aban ede ebema wonom Sanso eno de adesrede ato aban ni se eni de mada sanitary pad adwumakuo eye sanitary pad factory wo hwe no nya bi ewo mem se de be ya betumi aboa ama sanitary pad oba bia de siese ne ho abra ne bosumi aso no eja ne bo no ebetumi ayefo ebusafo wei ene ensem bia ebi eka ho na editie na edihwe ene aso no so projia yede ebramo ewo UTV so ewo enkran Abeka Junction Midday ede afia edutumwa mrosa me na awie pram to beka sebo no Midday ebramo afi emu ensem ankasa enie Enra na abrewa eyipuma kwemu ema Ghana mampena na Adedankwa Ekufo Addo wo gina omai television kase so me kowia so ne Ghana fo twetwe nkomo de fa omai si kasam ba bia ye dwana kotoa na afenso covid de yade defo ye bese se omai ekomu no na no na Adedankwa Ekufo Addo de etu dwasese se de wono bo ahomodin bia se de be ye nema betumi akoye ewo omai mu na ansa ne de sa asemi hu mfonyini ebebremo no yenko ensem foforo emu na covid ensem no mu ene IMF no se de na me ka no enra Omampanyin na Adedankwa Ekufo Addo ene wo mei ekasa ye no ene odi tu dwa se abra na wo so mei edwa no kotoa eye IMF epesika se mu kakra no na eden na eye ne den papa na ena fom kwana so nyina achi no wo se wo mia na ni fe ansa na otumesi gina ye na wonom edwa ne akwakotoa eye IMF se wo chese sika ye pe no eyade a ebi enya aba a ne nyina mu wo mbehwe ede aye adwuma ye pa ama Ghana man ye ho atumi atoye na osisika semu wo hawa ekoso ewo memu enam covid therefore ene de Ukraine fo de beso yesu no enche na me adoma bibia betoto ye ama Ghana ni biada atumi enya asetena pa ewo meyimu.
The pandemic and the measures we were taking to keep us alive would have a devastating effect on the economy. But I believe I have the support of the Ghanaian people to concentrate on protecting lives at any cost. But I do not think anyone, anywhere, imagined the effect would be so widespread, so destructive, and so deep. I owe to you, my compatriots, and to myself, to go to any length to bring the economy to the rude health it was in before the onset of the pandemic. When things came to the state, where I concluded we had to go to the International Monetary Fund to access a facility for budgetary support, I gave a directive to the Minister of Finance to start the process. It was a painful decision for me to take because going to the IMF was not part of the economic transformation agenda I'd been pursuing, especially as my government had gone the extra mile to bring to a successful end the IMF program we inherited from the previous government. But who would have imagined that President Akufo Addo would order the closure of airports, offices, factories, or schools? We were in extraordinary times, and we took extraordinary measures. When faced with the realities of the economic crisis last year, I accepted the challenge that the economy required a similar attitude, including the sacrifices many of us have made in recent times. Luckily, the International Monetary Fund has been most supportive, and we have ended up with having our program approved in record time, culminating in the formal approval by the IMF board on 17th May. As I'm sure we have all heard by now, the details of the program have been explained by officials of the fund and by our Minister for Finance and the Governor of the Bank of Ghana. The first tranche of 600 million United States dollars has been credited to our national account out of the 3 billion United States dollars that we have negotiated to receive.
Eno echi nana adedankwa ekufuado eto aso kasa yesha Ghana fo nyina bose sese sikasemu a aye dendenden edema Ghana di hye bia na enche sa wo ha no ebefu yeso ama Ghana di hye bia da watumi edide ewo abrabo emu na no ena o kire mu se abra COVID-19 ya de besense o man ko mu pofiri mu no se de ye ya na aban mu panyufo na ono akasa tumi ede hyehyɛ papa gu akwan so e ma sese yetumi afiri mu asomdwe kwan so no sa pepe na sikasem o hawa ababeto o man so no wonum ebetu ho anamon ama ni nada no etumi ayetwam kabea ama Ghana ni biada ho etumi atono wose hyehyɛ ya na aban mu panyufo afa e o sikasem hu no mu nim ye pa se wo munam kwan pa so wo munam right part so a enche no bibia betumi akoyie e wo
in Ghana is similar to the general global trend as announced by WHO. As of 15th May 2023, there have been 1,462 deaths attributable to COVID-19 in Ghana, with the last death being recorded on 8th January 2023. These are not mere figures or inconvenient statistics. They are dearly loved parents, sons and daughters, relations, friends and colleagues, whom we shall continue to miss dearly. May their souls rest in perfect peace. I am glad to report that currently we do not have any critical or severe cases. In general, since the first case was confirmed in our country on 12 March 2020, there have been 171,738 positive cases from 2,538,198 tests. You would recall that we started the COVID vaccination campaign in March 2021. And as at 25th May 2023, 25,170,382 vaccine doses have been administered. There are 10,566,420 fully vaccinated people. That is 52.7% out of the 20 million target we had set, with 4,599,883 persons having received booster doses. In the light of these facts, the COVID-19 task force, which I chair, met on 17th May and took some far-reaching decisions on the measures we have put in place for the management of the pandemic. Fellow Ghanaians, even our funerals, that sacred Ghanaian ritual, was stopped, and then attempts were made to change the tone and character of the funeral with the imposition of restrictions on how many can attend or be fed at the ceremony. Fellow Ghanaians, throughout these trying times, I kept urging all of you to believe that this too shall pass. Dare I say that this too has passed. The emergency is over, and we can safely lift many of the oppressive restrictions we've had to endure. We can shake hands, we can hug, we can visit, and we no longer have to wear masks. But it is strongly recommended that we keep some of the measures imposed during the crisis and integrate them into our everyday lives, because they have served us well and will continue to serve us well. I urge you all to continue with the regular hand washing and other personal hygiene measures so they become entrenched national habits.
Krobia asante kotokohini otumfo ose etu otosmienu akasa ede atudwa se ensanu juma ewo se abano emana ni ekuhu emana adwen ekosuye pae sanse ene ne betumi aboa ama graduate fo a wo mu fi school ebefia gya na omododo adoso na so nya adwuma enye no ni nyina no ano betumi abrase
Asante hene otumfo osei tutu awtoso mienu edi atudwa se ebraso se Ghana yankasa yebehase ama ensanu adwuma eho ahia yen ni asan ahyase akekere wo man Ghana foforo firi sensanu adwuma no timi ye na obi yankasa ewo ne so ene ne de awoywa ebeboa ama Ghana meni adwuma ye bebrebe no ano abrase odi ensemwe atudwa ebra Association of Automobile Artisans Ghana Autoga wonom ekomanhia ahemfie ene nana ekodi ewukode ho ena osante hene etu wonum efo se eyechia na achia emu ye edesene kasabebo nyina da emre bi atwamu na yesua brofo eka brofo te sa kwa emfaso bi ani so amfa dwuma na ahwe amre yen se seide ebreni ne se besua sanu adwuma na enumom aboa yen amiatumi akekere ye man no yie
adwuma esombo magana my papa ye ko school eno aze yes school ya hunu Chronica some technical education and so dwuma ne mfidi dwuma ye nsua eno nso na mam o my course sabre ye ma me ne papa mu nya ko school na che ko ka brofo ani akope office ama no abotai na anom ti enne ya adwuma de mu kura na afre eyi kan boka zan krofo to be ya ye mu nim de bia o ne this year akokra ya sa de aba eze nso na manya ho sua hu na moye ko school no obi wa Odru sansese anu ajai ya nhunu sanya na de ani book no na emom ne de ani nsa anu adwuma ene ya na ma na ankwati we wantimi anko school sanu adwuma anko betimi asua wa ma na koso nya ama obi a se wo mobo bra bia wo wi na nti wuje nyame trimo de se wantimi anko ye lawyer de a che wa ke wi ase bia woni so mfa so a wo de yetimi tintim nkrata se training na modern money e betimi a ne abrofu bi aka no maboa mfidie ne hu so ne de koye automobile technical ayo to be proud
Dwemtra ne dima Association of Automobile Artisans eye Ora James ahe ono so de nsem wi atudwa
se wo hwe wiase ba bi de adu sesei na wo pensesan ya ehia ma anyansafo ahodenfo anasikafo Uba Association of Automobile Artisans Ghana nyankopon de saa nyansa ya de siesie car no ene ahoden ede ye no ede adom ye obi bia wo mu bia wo da akekere se mrofo mu ya cars ba bi de o makwa koduro no sabi otete wa kwan a ne ya fa association no o mu asesem o mu free hybrid aba mid hybrid asaba be do electric vehicle saa nsama mi kan nyina hia man kyerɛkyerɛ ene atenetene ansa no watimi aye ho adwuma oman bebre mpuntuo no eye automobile na ma matumpon by uba ye ma we mu a dodo na akoye wan age se gise okuta pen certificate ansa no watumpon enye saa nete
Alternative dispute resolution eye ekwan ba ko a se wunya asem na wo mpese be kokoto ni atwene tan a wutimi yi ko manim na ma fa kwan paso ententem kwan so fofofo kwan so na afi o ma hwe ediwa asem no ama tentene atemo ene aseni asomdwe wom etumi akoso na saa ekuo ADR ekuo no won panyimpa aye owura Daniel Owusu Kranten wakasa ade atodwa se wo mo kwan mo fa so edi asem no eboa ententem efo so enunsi e wo se abanhwe do ne nisika ewura o madwuma ne mu
Ekwa wondi ye ne Ghana National Association of ADR Practitioners won hyemu etosu du wo di ahyehyɛ so na wogina hyemu yi so ema ekuma foforo nso no wogi omo etumu enhyemu ya se no no panyina ode ekuya no se president owura dan olusu kurantin ye kasa de atodwa se alternative dispute resolution hu hia wo Ghana mu pa na ye kwampa ye fa so apepepe yo ene atentene ni e be fa ne toma padie fira e wo Ghana emu
wohwe court ye di asem court nipa mienu di asem court a ba ko be fi ono adifo de ba ko adifo adi bem enti mo fi ono se nsisi asem de eno enka ho enti se wo ye anu o be fi court ba no mo ya tamfo kura chen se de wo mo court ne to so biu wo di asem ketue bi court wanya be fie miensan fie nan de bia na wo ko asem amu di no kura mpo no mo nipa mienu na amanya asem no nyam na mo kama asem o ebi obi afa lawyer we so afa lawyer for no afi e kasem no lawyer for no ono ne obi ani asem nanso na asem na fi mu a asem ro mu nsem no na mo lawyer for na e ka wo ho the more asem no delay so na ka no e doso enti sa edia asem no de eye wo yetin yatete nipa bi a from court connected profession edia omo osu agada dispute and I say ntantam na mu hia wo mu etimi enemo edi nipa mienu na ntatam anasa asem omu ntem no ebetrase na omunimu obi kan am communicate akasa ahwe enema betimi ama ebekama bom a mo betimi asolve problem na within emre kitwem esese aban promotion is say ade bia ye bia na aban should invest in it sisi a okokota edan no musi ye no eye for sa adversarial say litigation just a masotwe edan no ye ni bia be ko baby no ye ni even baby a office conference room bia ye tuesi wo say ha because of confidentiality adwuma ye no esese obeti nsem na ekoso no enti sa ye all cost structures no ko ha no ema kwan poma ye hu ADR untimi nye ADR
na nipa bi ekoya je wo matum foforo no UTV kase boy ye ni ebi nso ekasai
as a less professional body which they have not given much attention to, but ADR cut across every spectrum of life, from the home, the churches, every organization, government sectors, even at parliament. Look at what happened during the ballot box issue. Those type of conflict is bound to happen. Conflict in itself is not a bad thing, because there is always a positive element of every conflict. So how best to resolve the conflict? That is what ADR is about. So the government needs to pump in more resources to the establishment of ADR in all the regions so that cases can be solved amicably.
As for yet to akase bono eso se ekobas obi enya adwemu yare anampo adwemu hawo kakra bia ya ne yetete ehungu sa nipa no so ekobas oba enche kwa na edwane ade ya ahwe kwa no atan bibi ede aboye ewa bra sa nipa no kwa ne te bia wakoduru mu no enu pempen so aye eche ne se waduru no na sa ensemi hu na enkwanta kase hene na na boachi abebi otosumienu ede ato amansa nyina nim se sad na ya ye no enye yenhwe na yenjai
Nana Boachi yam abebio a wotoso mienu enkwanta kese hene ede atudwa se ebraso se eya na yenuanom a wonom ewo adwenimu haw a ye wonom kai pinido se wonom enka ye ho no eyade ha dwene awose atwe ho ede firi ho na ye ka wonom ebata ye ho ebasa eno mom kra beboa ama wonom ho atowom entem nana ede ensemi atudwa ebra Bestel Child and Adult Psychiatric Health Foundation wonom ebo nan ekọ manhia ya na wonom ekọ akwakoda wonum tirimupo wonsusuye anamo a wotuo efa adwenemu empomden ho ede a kire wopemso na bibi nti opemso wantimi ama ema nana Boachi yam abebi otoso mienu ono ne begina opemso na mu eje wonum ba ene wonum atwetwe enkomo eno nana Boachi yam abebi otoso mienu eto so ede atu edwase so obi ewo adwenemu hawa eye wonsom ayaresa ene beboa
adwenemu hawo obi a betimi enye bi kane no na nipa bebrebe so bi nya adwenemu hawo ya de a yes boni bi a wadie iti na oyade da bi oni boni ne maami ni boni ne papa ni boni yade nipa na wonya saa yade no wo so betimanya bi me betimanya bi iti ne ye bo da ro se yɛn nyinaa so obi hu sɛ obi wɔ adwurum ha yɛ no a ɛmmo bi a wɔse ɛwɔ bi a ɛde bɔ no bi a yɛmfa mmoa no ne yɛnka nkyɛ sɛ aspect bi a ɛbɛn bi a ɔnkɔ na ɔkɔ a obɛnya ayaresa eti adwurum ha yɛ adeɛ sɛ obi nya ne yɛatwe ho afiri ne ho ne amana yɛ mmɔbɔ dabi sɛdeɛ nipa nya malaria yɛka kɔ no ho no so obi so adwurum ha no a yɛnka nkɔ no ho mpanimfoɔ se awerɛkyekyerɛ yɛfa ne nipa ho dɔktafoɔ so wɔ hɔ wɔn mu onimdeɛ soronko ne nɛɛsefoɔ a obi ɔwɔ yadeɛ no bibia yɛbɛtumi aboa ama ne ho atɔ no enti sɛ yɛhunu sɛ obi abɔ dam a ɛyɛ yadeɛ na aba enti wɔ sɛ nyinaa ka kɔ ho ne yɛboa manipanya yaresa
Kofari by our Bestel Child and Adult Psychiatric Health Foundation ano aye Oraire Stella Ajimai or the ensem way etuja
here we will chrome haba me fi ha say call you can no me di 13 na me ni kakra no and I decided say me go into training as a nurse initially no na a general nurse and but me hu no I won say area bi aye adwemu yare no me nije ho nti me say me mental health nursing na me true mental health nursing training no na say Ghana for mobo ati bia na omutim no ano odin nti eno na ma me sa courage ni say me form a foundation na ma support Ghana for a UK and I'm visit bar Ghana and I'm saying mental health establishment where should they Ghana na Ukraine Ghana for nurses ne doctors who are paying power home adwuma no mu nimu na emom tibia na patient no mu no ayare standard no 777 just say ensoni
sanitary pad or barbia this year said the home bosume ewa bra wabu nisano se ni buono ekosoro papa e mayo no entumi ento na no de said dia to abanim se ni die mada won hwe na sanitary pad factory anana dwumakuo no betumi aye bi ewo mem ne koba ne saade ne buono ebekofom ama oba bi a etumi atobi
ese fata se bosumi bia no oba ekofikyire na so oba so ebekofikyire nso a ade ba ko petimi boa ema ne siesie ne ho wani ade ye friend menstrual pad na menstrual pad ne mpinifo kyirim se ne boa den pa e wo magane mu enti mayo wo nkurase na se nkurunkumba mu so kofikyire na ho akwa ye wonten so obenya sika na menstrual pad wo dia tobi na wo di asiesie won ho ne saye so nti ye na mpinifo akwa kopie mu e wa pedwa SDA basic school e wo boakwa south mensin ne mu wa poemantem ekoma makasa kire ye dia for menstruation na semfichi ko ho dwumadie yase no na panyin kofa by oda brave connector no Tracy Wusu Ado wokasa dia tudwa se menstrual pad ne boarding ye wo magane mu pa ntia be yanka ban wonsi adwumayeko a menstrual pad no obeye bie na nka ne botima yefo na ema bosumi bia no wonsa atumi aka bi
apart from the fact say sanitary pads na yeton wo krom ha say no bebre na free China no moba ekotoba so just imagine say anka say to me setting up factory where Hasa produces sanitary pads. That will even lower the cost for us because sanitary pad, share markets no so a sanitary pad was costing 5 to 6 cedis. Now you're looking at 15 cedis, 20 cedis, sometimes all the way up to 45 cedis. If you are looking at the price range in the Crown Power, that alone, no, you are pricing out a lot of people who will be able to afford disposable sanitary pad. So one of the ways I believe the government can support is helping to set up factories here in the country that would produce, which would obviously help in employment, but then also lower the cost of sanitary pads for our citizens.
Nanu achire no, openyina wakasa edma Midday Ghana kwa Gertrude Nyako, wonu so ni UTV kasebo ekasai.
Utaye wo pad girl project echi nyina ne say ye supply ye nwan ketwa ye mama no sanitary pads so that busumi ni dru no obu ne nsa enu nti no onka se mabu mi nsa nti mi nko school webu ne nsa nti obeka se o mi nti mi nko asori ana se de se me ye as abayra mi ko school no mi nti mi nye.
Africa University College of Communications Women's Commissioner no wanum abodwa me kowi ase wanum church mabu ne kwan a won befa so no wode wonsa aye enwuma bi na dachi bia no etumi aboa wonum wo de no eto nchen a emadodo no ano eba amanyosema ya won pese wode wo hu ebeshime no so wo fa kwa bi so na afi wo hye man kran se de be ya amanyosem obetumi de wo hu ahyemu
ade titru a me ka che omo ne say ye ka say balance and ye che say set your priorities right e che say ede bia ye nyina 24 hours ni bia na ewo wo betimi de ode ada TV hu amade ache sevi obetimi de akobo nsekuro nso amade ache obetimi de udi nkonkonsa amade ache then so mendwen say wo de wonsa hye odem reform no obi anso so da obeka akire enkrofo betumpon obeka se obi na eye obi anye wa na wa ye ho enti esese de bia no wo sori a utimi di bibi si wani so se eye dwadie na meye eye school na meko adwuma bi na meye esese me mama ho kekan ye den ekosoro esese me ye adwuma na madwuma anase madwuma padane adansedie ema omo amene omo san ni wiase amansan nyina na se ye bo odin se akwasi ye bo bintin din ye se ono de na adwuma efe se ye aduane ese ye ba aduane a oye ni yesi na obia eye dwade so na de ton de wo siti na nima customers e ba makeup e ba bbs o na adwuma ye so ani eno ho adanse na ebeboa ama ebe convert into yedie amount because ebe freedom ebe free customers ebe ma wakwanya bebre beyond ne wan kasa ewo uchi mu ne wonsusuye mu
to start your own business no and that form eden there are so many risks. That is why when I was addressing I said no risk no reward. You take the risk then you have the reward. Men koye bibia won ho den enso and answer like you don't have any idea of what you are teaching or you want to involve yourself in. Je bibi o wanindie e wo ho. Na se o chi okopie wo baby no obi bisa wo se den e ba wotiri mo e na okoye say you have an idea. As I was saying, say I use the example like the sobolo or whatever no. You have ideas. Obi a going to one way. But also what na say no say no. Mpenifo wom ene obi a na pe sugar, ene obi a na pe wei. Won until we dream once when I go into cinnamon sobolo. When I go into precursor sobolo company for no as their aging no. They also love those things. Now munya hoden.
Asema metimi aka kire other organizations, government, any obi biara ene o tie yana se wo hwen se omuma omfa omuhu enhyem se obi ba omonan so se omuhia emmoa na omode aye entrepreneurship training and entrepreneurship programs aya omu ka omuhu hyem kitwa bi nsa kakra bi abenya bi adbema nipa ne bia no aya na santai ma ye nhwe sika na ye njidi ama nipa no babepe mmoa no na emum ye nhwe the benefit and say the impact ebenya wo nipa no so and say enya impact wo nipa no so no ye nhwe say benya impact and so in our nation building.
What the enchurchere ama esukufo emayiwa efa ekwan a won befa so asiesi wo hu na wadi wo hu ni e wa bra abosomi aso na wabu wonsa
yewo damfa hadia na yepese ye ne girl child no edinkita udie about say ubu nsa anase wechima yepese by 2030 ye ma obie hu say wechima anase wabu nsa no eye normal erade na ahyehye se obebia after ubedu mfie bi no ubebu nsa eno na kire se uye oba a ubetimi awo afa yefunu awo dachi inti bricklin ye wo ha na epese ye ne mmaiwa no ekasa no mu hu se wechima eye ade erade ahyehye emo nsuro na obetimi ne omo awofo omo papa nom ni omo maame nom ni obia adi eho enkomo ana ye wo ha nso ane epese ye che omo sanitary pad so omo bu omo sa omo betimi di asiesie omo hu yie so ano metimi ehu se ubu nsa se na mesiesie me ho medware yie meyiyi bebi enwin wo bia na medi me hu ni se ne so obatimi ye se pad ne bo pan yentimi nto mi ami ye adwuma mpo mintimi nto na akwala okosu obeye den nti enye sanitary pad ne nko na ye nanam no mu yusu amonsen
Yedasua ewo eye ema ensabuo emu na no na district director of education Emma Sunyane West Kropon emu akasade ato abanim se ne die mada sanitary pad no eto eye tax daso ne kebeya nka ban enhwe na onyi emfiri so se da be betuma boa ma pad no ne bo no abafom
Emfijikro kasa kyera mpenifo de hyehye so ewusu atre kure ewo Sunyane West mansini mu ase no enu wura Isaac Bafo kwankyerefo hwe disua ho nsem so Sunyane West lekasa wase he ato abanyanim se ebeya eto a edida menstrual pad so ema pad boy de no aban yinhwan yemfa mfiri so na emwa na mako fikyera pad obibia atumi atobi na wogina so echiche menstrual pad beye empem 94,000 edima ma obipie mu ewo nhyemu yase bi
baya so de pa omunu se Ziakwe GS we beboa na mbaya no adesua ebini na ye ka wo ye education se ombama mbaya no etumi akọ school na mom sese na memesre aban pa ne se anka ye betumi a subsidize sanitary pad no ne bo no kakra nanka akofema ama akoda bi etumi atobia anasa wofo na etumi atobia ama omombaya nka be ya de ye ne ye beje ho kese pa nti ncheche de ye wo municipality mu pa nti ama mentisa akoda bia 80 zika bimpo ewo school sebe wa ba school na wakọ sati bia no mu ewom se ye facilities no enye ni na ebo a wo mu ya baabi esesa wo ho ne ade nanso baabi obekọ ye wo washroom ade wo ho no ma se bibi tisa ba akoda na betumi akọ na akọ ne ho bibi kakra ewo ebeboa no nti stigmatization enye bebre ewo ye we no emba me table so sa
na no akire no na maame amafrempom adwuma o ye mranim ni wono so kasa di nsem sei a piece wo
recently a lot of taxes on sanitary pads just on sanitary pads on importation of goods and our goods near the sanitary pads akoka luxury items until attracted 20% interest but natural happenings to say menstruation and your luxury was say categorized no under the luxury way me free area ha into me man for go through me say the kwalani bebre wo ha edus this day omun ko school because omun ni pad no government especially say possible omun scrap menstrual high luxury tax no
for your truck as a bono eso pagbu wulamo shite ono enaye gadangbe state no wono emahene na wakasa memu no mo de aso na dan kwakufu ado anim se ni di mada momodia se eba ehemfo sam ni ade a wonhwe na wonfa no ho ehihim na no betumi aboa ama amane ne amamre na afenso kom fa so ye woni ema no etumi akoso ye pa na ansa na de no ho emfonyini ebebremo no yenko ensem foforo emu Midday na toso aduonu enan no ena ye bomo amane se Judicial Service Association of Ghana jusa kwa na ye adwuma wasani bia wodo mu no yade a wonum ateatua adaya wom kyese omo hwehwe ne ma bebre efra ba ho nom de to aban ni ma che besi ne aban atwi nani wo mu a wo mo enu ntino kasa aban ete ne atuate strike wom ko strike opim se aban be yo makoma so ade ne de omo hwa mo nya ade a wom be ko eyasani bia ho do honom akwakoye wonum edwuma eho amane aba beto ya pono so ekire Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations na fair wages and salaries commission one any Judicial Service Association of Ghana for ehia what adwen e dey fa wo strike no eho yen kwa homa so na ye ne yensem twe ne Philippa entwetwe nkomo emfa ho Philippa so timi nka pramtubeka sebosu ni ma hen
ye ni afia
boko de
na me adom boko
yo enhemu na se no e dey poti na ekoso ho no
anti mi no kata pepi ade meeting Koswa Anissa, a Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations, and I think so, Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, any JUSAG, Omuye meeting, yeah, na meeting no, near Koswa, the Yancy, the Trense, Omuya, na Omodi, a woman near Aboye. Nemo na pay nebo afoko kota wodo na one kind and see a koshe say and your match say your coino and your match send ye na last week here na I think of one share dancing into nan of one and an court so nenso and a and sister and last week in so na aposi for e wo hono ma o mo hwe se bibia e be koyene high court ye call na police car be in the one of my security now, almost Juma one. Meeting I a custom, any dear trip, and ya ever cosubiano, ye the betuja amaya shuffle.
For you, some 20 Filipatanga, Amanabo, and our day Akogwo near Qua and some for a moon. Babu Wulamo, or no, and yet that Gadangbe states no, or Mahine, Wakasa, and I said, yes, not Danko Kufuado, and him said, dear mother, one shay. Now one and Cramantam Swafo, no for Henry Cote and Cassa ye person said, what shall said in the whole area Gadang before, and him for and same one, almost one person, and see, and I don't share no open you can see no. Enkasa
na wotwe atwa mu na UTV kase boy ebo mama ne senkramantem so afo ene nananum bi adiehyia ewododo a akasa de afa ho se be ya afa hye nananum ba be hye ho fa ne sai su nti wode taabo no atodede yeso no obema ho kwan amansori bi de otima tonwom mabo akasa abo wonsem asa na nso so ne enkonkwo edede bebere be koso na emu mobema no abafom na no na gbogbulomo ene mpenifo bia friends ntwerefo enhye mu afa so de ato obenanim se won kasa man nto nkramantem so afo no munyafo Henry Kota nim se eba mamre ene amane ye fa gadangba asase ho a onyi ne ho emfamfiri mu eba ne se no ne nananum bi ekosi nkonya se afa hye ntitaabo no de ato dede yeso no wo ma ho kwan ma sori bi de wetima yedede wo mpene so
kai gulu wakra in one for 20 good years no ele pejano to we no kaji ele pejano to no we okufu mi here ani bagba ake ke about lift the ban on noise making ye gamachi here ayi bote ni gigafe adonti here ta odada no ni mo gba ke lift ban on noise making road last year ni ombo wo bi ni odada no ya here it's a major problem ni won ka gaji keji afi akwesiga po we amemra ayo fe no ngo je kwesi wo adangbe mantiase ni whether politician you whatever position you find yourself in they back asantini ake ene ke ne wo afo enemy no one will ever dare is it because ablogoma kumao and therefore if I want to say on authority today. Okay, so some be fair, some money your damage phone. They feel very uncomfortable to cohabit with us. They are at liberty to leave.
Yeah.
But what do you even also indicate further? Okay, when they are leasehold, as far as it will be very difficult for us to renew. But they are far difficult to live closely and jointly with us.
Na sentrefo nche mu ase no. No more noy osikan. Ene gina mpinifo na mu kasa ya. O kire nsemu sei.
The regional House of Chiefs does not have the authority to make and unmake laws relating to ban on drumming and noise making. They do not have the mandate also to make decisions that border on the regulations on banning of noise making. Clearly, the supposed meeting or press conference held at Dodowa is a colossal undermining and disrespect to our offices as the only mandated persons when it comes to the subject matter in question. I, therefore, assert without fear or favor that decisions held at the said meeting is invalid, null, and void, and must be treated with contempt.
Hohoi Evangelical Presbyterian Senior High School. One enyamfie polepole eduosia 60 years and I'm so amomu abodwa wode asha ho fa no tonsa e de frɛ omampanyi abedieche Dr. Mahamadu Baumia e mo de no nyam kota akire papa koe no kasa ye na nsem no de to dwase school no oma biye pa say be say mfie minsanie afi bi omo kotena se no mo kyro eye wasin sohwe na enkoda no edimu enkunim ye.
Observing the worthy results of this noble institution for the past 3 years, one is left with no choice than to believe that teaching and learning is truly effective at HEBS. Indeed, this good work must not only be commended, but also be supported. And therefore, I have taken good notice of the pressing needs of the school as eloquently articulated by the headmaster. and I will talk to the Minister for Education to deal with your most pressing interests, such as the school bus, pickup, and assembly hall. I think we will have a discussion on these issues. The good work begun here must not suffer challenges such as the lack of these infrastructure. In conclusion, Toby Chairman, Ministers of State, Directors of Education, Members of Parliament present, the Governing Board, Headmasters and the Headmistresses, the clergy, Tebu, Mamao, students, teachers, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to thank all of you for your attention, and I wish HEP's happy 60th anniversary. May God bless EP Senior High School and long live our homeland, Ghana.
Indulge me to render my sincerest gratitude
Newtown no ewo sunwa kropomu ewo bunu mantemu a adehia wo mu eti Newtown brono no eso no wo mu akasa de atodwa sai etwen ana bridge bi a wo mu nam so ayedi enua na aye no asai ama sese wonam so kra na woyam nyina enkosua na ahya ase ebobọ kese bridge no adane owuo afidi adesa wo masra banse wonhwe na onya bridge papa emfama wo.
A bridge in there, Ofaso, Ayana, Uslu, Nasi, Mubia, Bimukulampo, Fasukulampa, Manams. Bimukulampo, Aya, more Faswa, Nasom Babetiato, this will be so moo, and son of Maba. Bridge in Achia, a chanting Aya, Faso, Aya, Yesu. Aya, yet me Fasukonsu. Bimsu bit me Fasuka, sorry, Soromo, Bimuso Fasuko school. I catch him say, Yapamacho, some bay bridge in my Nayentim Faso. Now, man for Faso, and I, you musu, Yapamacho.
Yakromfonia, and I'm helping to me become Nipanam de Ababa to her because of say I had my dinner, I cushion. Be I do pay Hanum say, Tia had dear, your helper, Tia Sre, say, More try a dear quay, dear, Mofire cock and penny for no more bridge in no one your mind.
A bridge at Damakuma Sopa. Na nsuo no high green say ye we can wa be 4 occasions ye na bu ye na bu ye hwe no dua no emwa nti se dua no mwa de a ene yenye no anade anase cement so bo akase ni nyina no assembly no ne de bebo no if assembly no omonye o madwen say omo boae if you said you had 2 manima apre.
A bridge, and your bridge, ya can bridge, and your bridge. A so and no, you know, quaya bedroom say, I had to say bridge and your bridge, which I read for no, and I'm so you can no more did you musica, no more tonia, no more did Miana Samso. Say, I bear Sabi, say, I'm not no more no movie. Now police in Bombay, Jania Faso. I'm on your bridge in Amantamo of Moya say. The more you know, many police for 1 to 1 no more you bridge. To a more Nacotonia, so a bridge here. Ukraya, Nacoto, Munia, no more Aguso.
Kurana for Hako school. Sebasa, one for Hana of us, this out of our rest. And son of walk of crying and son of walk of school. Tia Srom and Penny in a boy for some Srom or Mumway. A virgin be annual de mine. You're paying for cry first way. A bet me you are to. A cross and one yard in a unitoma. Sure to me the lap. Yes, Rama, some white.
This is the time as I say, Omobabe Bois. And now you team here be the Bois community. Because when you were you be brave as I say, and to Mr. Omoa, Yamia to Monsembi Omo, Uncrya, Putrino, nay, Massy Baby Omo Bibiano. Omona Metumie. Now you team see and Omoba, Omudu Moniba, Omon say, Yaya Wano.
ya niabro emma say memfa ho no emwa
I was afọ agudie mu nsam na edru so ye twe ho basisia